Hello my sweet potatoes, it's Michelle back with another video, and today I wanted to show you how I edit my Instagram photos. So I'm going to share with you my entire process of editing my photos, and I'm going to share with you all of my secrets. And this is what my Instagram looks like. There are a lot of photos of me at the beach or going hiking. I live in Hawaii, so that's what I do all of the time. I don't really have like a set theme for my Instagram. I usually just post whatever I want, but some things that I always make sure of for my photos is that they are all super bright and super vibrant. That is what I like for my photos. I like them to be super colorful and like eye-catching, and I'm going to share with you all of the different apps that I use, how I use them, go in depth. Also, if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Michelle. I'm a new YouTuber from Hawaii, and it would mean a lot if you could hit that subscribe button right down below. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, which is so amazing. Thank you to all of those who have already subscribed. Also, make sure to turn on my notifications so you know whenever I upload, so you don't miss a video of mine. You can do that by pressing the bell. This is probably going to be a pretty long video, so you might want to grab a snack, sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's get on with the video. So I just put on my phone case because it has this little ring and it's easier to hold my phone this way. If you're wondering, yes, I do really enjoy cats. This thing is shaped like a cat and so is the ring. Yep, I'm gonna be that crazy cat lady. Alright guys, so let's get into the video. So I already showed you a quick preview of my Instagram, but this is what it looks like. Also, thank you for 2,500 followers. If you want, you can go ahead and follow me at Michellekanemitsu. So this is what my Instagram currently looks like. I don't really have like a set theme, as I mentioned, but I do post a lot of photos of me at the beach and like on hikes and stuff. I would say that my photos are very like Tumblr-y, very like outdoorsy and beachy, but I don't hold myself to a set theme. I just kind of post whatever I want. I'm going to show you how I edit this photo, how I make all of my photos super vibrant and colorful like this. I'm also going to show you how I edit this photo for like all of my sunsets and sunrises, and this photo where I get my water to look super clear. Okay, so let's go into my photography folder. This is my photography folder. The main app that I use, and the app that pretty much everyone else uses, is Vsco Cam. This is what I use to get all of my filters. I also use PixArt. It's a really powerful app that lets you do so many different things. I'm also going to use it for one of my photos, and these are pretty much the only two apps that I really use. I also tend to use the tools that Instagram has to make some really fine-tuned adjustments to my photos, but I'll show you that when we get there. Alright, so let's just open up Vsco Cam. I already loaded all of my photos, so I'm going to go ahead and edit them now. So my go-to filters are usually C1, HB2, or K3. Lately I've been using K3 a lot. Also, I do have a lot of filters. That's because I think I bought one pack. It was on sale. I'll usually just go to the shop and see like if there's any that's free, I will go ahead and automatically buy them, or not buy, but I'll download them. So you can see that I already downloaded some of the free ones. I think this one is the one that I actually bought. I think it was originally like $16 or something like that, but it was on sale for like $5. This was like a year or two ago, but it was on sale and I was like, I'll just buy it because I had a lot of iTunes money left over, because I don't really spend my iTunes money on anything. I don't really like buy songs or movies, but I got like an iTunes gift card and I didn't know what to spend it on, so I just bought some filters, and I think it was worth it because you get 38 presets, which is so much, and I love having a lot of filters to choose from because I like having options. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start editing. Usually I'll just slide the slider back and forth until I find a spot that I like. Maybe about there is good. I don't usually keep it all the way up. I usually keep it at around 9 or 10 for my filters. Then I'll go ahead and make some adjustments, like brighten it. I like my photos to be very bright. I think that's good. And then I also love to bump up that saturation. Like, that is like my favorite thing. I love my photos to be super saturated, and that's how I get my photos to be like very bright. The exposure and the saturation. So now my skin tone is looking a little orangish, so I'm going to go to this little smiley face and fix my skin tone. If you slide it to the right, you get more like yellow tone, and then to the left is more pink tone. And I don't like that, so I usually slide it all the way, not all the way to the right, but like somewhere to the right. Alright, that's good. And then I'll usually toggle with the temperature. Usually I like my photos to be a little more cool toned, but I think I like all of the colors like in the trees and everything, like the greens and like some of the oranges here. So I think I'm just gonna keep it as is. I like how colorful it looks right now. Sometimes I will go into the shadows and kind of brighten up the shadows if some things are a little too dark, but I think I like the contrast. Finally, I'm going to crop it. I'm going to hit the 3/4 crop, adjust that. Maybe that's a little too small. Then I'm going to center myself because I don't like this thing right over here. I want to crop that out and make myself more centered, so I'm going to adjust it, and that is pretty much it. So now I'm going to save this to my camera roll, go back to Instagram, resize that because I don't want the photo to be a square. I want to see the entire thing. Hit next, and then I'm going to go to the edit button down here, and this is so useful. Oh no, I don't want to put that filter. This really helps to really fine tune all of like the colors and like the brightness and saturation and everything, and I do this with every single photo before I post it. So I usually like to increase the brightness just a tad bit more. I know you're probably like, why don't you just do this in Vsco Cam? Well, I feel like I have more control on Instagram, so that's why I like to just do it here. Plus, sometimes I'll like change my mind about some of the colors and things, and I need to like fix it up, so I'll just do that here. And that's pretty much it for this photo, I think. So then I would hit next, I would write my caption, and then I would share it, or if I don't want to share it right away, I will just go back and save it as a draft so that I can post it at some other later time when I feel like it. So that's that photo. Next, I'm going to show you how I edit my sunset photo. So let me show you the original for this photo first. The original looks like this. You would never even think that this photo could look like this, but it can. And let me show you what I did. I chose this photo because I like my stance, but I don't like how the sky is so overexposed and whitewashed and you basically can't see any detail. So what I did is actually looked for another photo that has a good sunset where you can see a lot of details, you can see the clouds and the sun. And what I did is I went to PixArt, and then I will open up the photo that I actually want to use, this photo with the good stance. I'll go to the bottom here and press add photo, and then I will add the photo on top that has the good sunset. So add that, and then I will resize this photo to match the photo underneath, bring down the opacity, and I'm going to match up the horizon as much as possible. You might need to rotate it just a tad. It's not going to be exactly the same, but you can try your best. Increase the opacity again, then you're going to go to this top little button here. Now is where the magic happens. So you are going to go down to the eraser, increase the size a little, and I'm going to erase all of the top image except for the sunset because that's the part that I want to keep. I'm literally just erasing everything except for the sunset. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to clean it up just a little more, just like that. If you like accidentally like erase something, you can go ahead and put that back with the paintbrush tool, or you can undo it at the top here. I'm gonna erase a little bit more here. So this is not perfect. I'm not trying to make it perfect. I'm just showing you how I do it. If I were doing this for real, I would do a better job. So then I'm going to hit the check mark once I'm done. Hit apply. There we have it. There we have the image that we are actually going to edit. Then we're going to save it to our camera roll. I'm just going to go back to Vsco. So I already uploaded it, so you can see that this was the original and this is the image that we just edited. So you can see that you can see the sunset much better in this one. So we're going to go ahead and edit that. For my sunset photos, I usually like, well, I keep saying sunset, but this goes for sunset or sunrise. But anyway, I usually go with either K3 or I love P5, and for this photo I'm gonna go with P5. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. I'm going to increase the saturation. Oh yes, hello, that is what I like to see. Bring down the contrast. I want all of the colors to stand out and I want me to look a little darker so that I look more like a silhouette. Sometimes with P5 the colors might look a little too cool toned, so I'm going to go into the temperature, bring it to the right to make it look a little more warm toned. Okay, I think I am going to bring down the exposure just a little bit like that. And honestly, I think that's pretty good. So we are going to save that to our camera roll. So you can see that I did a lot of editing for that. And sometimes when I do like really intense editing, the photo might tend to like lose some of its quality. As you can see, like, I don't know if you can tell at the top here, it's like kind of grainy and stuff up here. So I want to get rid of that and make it look more smooth. So what I'm going to do is open up PS Express, and then I'm going to choose the photo that we just edited, and then I'm going to go down here and reduce noise. So reduce noise pretty much just gets rid of any graininess in your photos. It makes it look super smooth, but it doesn't take away any of the quality or the like sharpness of the photo, which is amazing. So I usually like to set it at like, no, that's a little too much, maybe like 39. Alright, that's fine. So I'm going to save it to my camera roll, and then I don't know if you would be able to see the difference, but there is a difference. This photo just looks so much more smooth. This one is just a little too like, I don't know, you can tell that there was a lot of post-processing that went into it. So I like this one much better. So we are going to upload this onto Instagram, hit that resize, go next, maybe increase the brightness a little bit, saturation. Ooh, wow, that is intense. Okay, I like that. Okay, and I think that is pretty much it for this photo. And I know the sunset looks very like unnatural and not very real, but that's just how I like my sunsets to be. I love all of the colors. I love how all the colors go so well together, like the purple and the orange and the blue. I think it's just so pretty. So that's how I would do my sunsets. So now that those two are done, finally I'm going to show you how I edit my water photos. So let's go back to Vsco Cam. I have my image here, and for my water photos usually I like to use either HB2, or I think for this one I'm going to use Q3. Q3 makes your photos look very blue. Yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna go increase the brightness just a little bit, increase the saturation a lot like I usually do, and then I'm also going to go to clarity. This will really bring out all of the ripples in the water to make the water look extra crystal clear, which is what I love. So I'm going to increase that, and you can see kind of in the mountains as well, it just makes the photo like clearer, like it increases the clarity. And I want the water to look a little more blue toned, so I'm going to go to the temperature and slide it to the left just a tad to make it more cool toned, bring out the blues. I also look very red. I literally look like a lobster, so I'm going to go to the skin tone and adjust it so that I look not so lobstery. And I think that's pretty much it for this photo, so I'm going to save that. Wow, did you see that transformation? Okay, so I'm going to save it to my camera roll. I always save it to the actual size because I want the size to be as big as possible so that the quality is as good as it can be. Then I'm going to open this up, and I am going to go to Lux. Lux is really going to help bring out the clarity as well, as you can see. So this is the before, this is the after. The water looks extra crystal clear, so I love using that. You can also use structure. Structure is pretty much the same thing as clarity on Vsco Cam. That might be a little too much if I... you know what? Let's just do it. And then I think I'm gonna adjust the temperature or the warmth a little bit more, make it less warm toned, more cool tones, because I like my cool tone photos. And then I'm also going to increase the saturation again because I'm crazy like that. And there we have it. That is the finished product, and then I would just write my caption and post that. Alright everyone, thank you so much if you stayed for the entire video. I hope you learned something new from this. Now you know all of my secrets. Ooh. Thank you for watching again, and make sure to check out my other videos. Check me out on my social media, which will be linked below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!